uppercut, uppercut, sonic boom! Well, hello there, humans, hippies, earthlings, whoever you are, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, and hope you're lucky enough indeed to be doing it too. Welcome back to the channel and welcome aboard the Love Train. I've got a heap of tips for you today to make you a better PUBG mobile player and maybe get you a few more chicken dinners. We're going to talk a lot about Nox, not the etiquette of it, but ways you can use Nox, things you shouldn't be doing with Nox, all kinds of Nox stuff. We're going to talk a lot about where you should be taking engagements, and we're going to talk about a whole bunch of solo squad stuff towards the end. So stick around and enjoy that and maybe get a little bit of value add. If you're looking to join in on the streams, then it's patreon.com/thebushka. That's where we play, and it's something, if you want to play squads with me during the week and all that, that's how that happens. But let's talk about taking engagements in the right space, and particularly not fighting out of the blue. This squad here is going to pay the ultimate price for fighting out of the blue as they pick up the last member of the squad, Mark 14, ripping people out of the buggy there, the UAZ, knocked 3 people out of the UAZ, and then Swiss finishes the last bloke. Grr, bad day for them. The reason I'm really pedantic about this, and I'm almost OCD, ask Mr. Ouija or Swiss or anyone, like, you're not allowed to put your mark over my mark on drops or I'll freak out. And if you park the car, and you park the car like 5 meters outside the circle, Ouija will make fun of me. I'll go back after he's driven the car to like right next to the circle, and I'll move the car 3 meters into the circle. There's a reason I do that kind of stuff. It's because I love best practice. I love actually doing things so that you can have the best possible chance. Because why not? What's wrong with doing something so that you can actually win the game or give you a tiny minuscule chance to win the game over what you'd normally do? Like, I like doing that. This guy in particular is going to make a huge error. He is behind me. And what you've got to remember, when you are late game like this, if you are taking an engagement from the blue, you are turning it into a heel fight. And you might think you've got the best gun in the game. You could have a Graza or an AWM. But if you've only got 3 medkits and I've got 8 first aids and 1 full medkit as well as boosts, then you're going to come second. And I let the zone just burn this guy up. I just pull time off the clock and let the zone absolutely destroy him while I go through a few of my medkits because it's late game and he has nowhere else to rotate through. And suddenly, after a couple of minutes, he just runs out of meds, and boom, the guy that knocked and thirsted Ouija dies to the play zone because he took an engagement in the blue. If you are firing out of the blue, you 100% better make sure that you get the kill. Otherwise, you are making such a massive tactical error. And we went on to win that game with 13 kills and a little bit of a solo v squad effort. Now let's talk about Nox, and this is one of the biggest problems in the game. Players absolutely blow this all the time. I know because I've blown it so many times. But one thing that you never do is shoot the anchor. Right now, Leezy is the anchor. Leezy is in the open. He is not able to be rezzed by me. I have no smokes left. There is 3 people left. That is 1v1 with a knocked mate. I don't know where the bad guy is. I don't have a helmet. I'm low on gear. So what's he do? He thirsts. Leezy's about to die. And he shoots the knock. Tells me where he is. We get the clear and we win the chicken dinner. That is absolutely the cardinal sin of late game PUBG Mobile. Knocks are anchors. If they can't be revived easily, then they are basically just sucking up the air from the happy times of the PUBG Mobile squad. How many times do you get knocked when you're playing a random squad, or one of your squad mates gets rocked and they're in the middle of a open field and they're going, help, 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 and you're just like, oh my God, would someone kill this bloke already? And someone else from your squad goes, I'll go and help the guy who's spamming help, and he gets killed. This is what you do. Mr. Ouija understands that I can't help him here. If I go and start getting that revive on, I'm going to be dead, he's going to be dead, and he's not going to win that chicken dinner. As it is, we get across the line and we get the win because we respect the fact that you can't always get your buddies up. If you can get them up and revive them, happy days, revive them. But if it's not safe, leave them the hell alone. And if you've got someone that is in the worst, most horrible position, that's an anchor. And use that anchor to leverage more knocks from the rest of the team. And I'm going to show you a little bit more about that in the solo v squad section. This is an interesting final circle where Azza and I are pushing in to this squad that are behind basically the best compound in the game right now. We're just going to get knocked by the AK, and you're going to see I get a knock on that bloke, get a little hit on that bloke, and that's wonderful. Just trying to stop them from pushing basically there, and then we start getting our revive on. Now, Molly is going to come over, and I'm going to finish the revive, even though it hurts me a lot. The reason is that if I don't finish that revive, then the Molly will burn Ouija. Now, he gets knocked again, but the Molly has just knocked him this time. It's not killed him. This happens all the time. If your teammate is knocked and a Gren comes in, if the Gren is not right on you and you are full health, just take the hit. Otherwise, it's going to probably kill your teammate. Whereas if you finish the revive, it'll just knock him again, but it won't actually kill him outright. And we win the game because, one, we do that, we finish off the knock, even though we finish off the revive, even though we've got a Molly right on top of us. And two, as you're going to see in just a second, the other team makes a massive, massive error. That's a safe knock to clear, no problem at all, and he will get revived if he gets around that corner. So I'm very happy doing that. But the other team makes a massive error when Azza gets knocked again. I call him Azza because his name's Aaron, and in Australia we just change everything to, I don't know. We've got some weird nicknames going on out there. And there's a bloke just down the other end here, and we're playing silly buggers, going backwards and forwards. He really is trying to loot that box. I don't know what they're short on, but there's something in that box that he really, really needs, and he's desperately trying to get a hold of it. He's up there. You can see he's right on the edge of the corner, I think, looting that box right now. Then he pulls out a molly. I pull back. And he's just mollying. I think this is a really good move. He's mollying me so he can get around that corner and loot. Look at him. Look at you, cheeky monkey. Well played him. Well played him. He got the loot because that molly was absolutely clutch. And then we move around to this side. Okay, we get one knock. We leave that knock alone. Leave it alone. It's not important. Azza gets knocked. You ready for it? Let's watch that back again in slow motion. We got the chicken dinner. Great stuff. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Let's watch that back again in slow motion, and you'll see just the cardinal sin of late game PUBG Mobile thirsting. As is knocked here, there is no one else left alive. There is me, one of their guys. He's still knocked. I mean, and there's two of them, and that guy thirsts up Ouija. He thirsts him up. That whole clip that he put into Ouija to get the clear there could have been put into me. Instead, he was running away reloading as I came back around the corner with a full clip of Uzi and absolutely dropped the hammer. Now, this is about solo squads, particularly early game solo squads, when everyone is undiluted. Like, you're generally not going to run into people who have full vest, full helmet. I don't have a helmet on. I've managed to pick up a couple of guns, but there's 4 people over here, and they are sharing one loot pool, which means they're going to be undiluted compared to me, very, very likely. What I'm doing is just letting them suck up all their resources. There's a guy that I've knocked on the other side that I've just left there and moved over here, and then I'm going to thirst up the guys that they don't come to get. This is literally making them make hard decisions about their gameplay. And I know that guy's now moving over to the right to revive his teammate. And that is the anchor. The anchor has absolutely worked there. That guy has had to come out to try and revive his teammate. They've all basically made bad decisions based on the pressure of that first initial knock. And that means everyone over here doesn't have heals. Really easy knock there. That guy's obviously low. And then we clear the first guy that we knocked that again has no health. Final little tip for solo versus squad. Sometimes just get out of the way. Like, the worst thing you can do when you are solo versus squads is let them shoot you when they're shooting each other. The MVP right now are those 2 squads who've gone and pushed into the last bit of the circle. Rotating late when there are multiple squads is just an outstanding thing to do. When you see an opportunity for squads to fight each other, let it happen. Let it happen and just chortle about it. We've gone from 9 alive to 3. It's a 1v1v1. We were 9 alive to 3. I clear the other bloke, and then I'm going to do the old smash raid on the compound and clear the last guy. This can be the hardest thing to do, especially if you just want to farm damage and farm kills. But trust me, if you're going for raiding, rotate in late when you see 2 squads in choke points, let them fight each other and just wander past and be happy. And I would highly recommend, if you haven't already been using the ram raid, jump out a car, blow people up tactic, this is great because people follow the car. Now remember to hit the notification button on your YouTube subscription so that you get notified when I actually live stream. We've been live streaming a lot. We've had like 700 people on the live streams lately, including Twitch, Mad Cat TV, and Facebook. That's been wonderful. We're nearly at 100,000 subs, which is a big landmark for me as a YouTube content creator, and I've made a special video for that, 100 kills for 100,000 subs, and that will be out the moment that I see that the sub count has ticked over. If you want to do anything for me right now, sharing that subscription button would be great. Get people to subscribe to the channel. Thumbs up from this guy. Look after yourselves. Love your work. Great to have you as part of my community, and as always, stay safe on the battlefield. Bye for now.